Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So, today's segment's going to be a little bit different than we've usually had. It isn't going to be just a conversation, it's going to be a coaching session. But my request to all of you is when Chris is working with me coaching, think about the issue that you're having, or something that's making you feel frustrated, anxious, a lot of anguish, whatever it is, think about what that is and get coached at this time. And the reason that I'm so inspired to do this segment this way is because, in full transparency, the last 2 weeks have been incredibly challenging for me on so many different levels. And I know from you, from receiving texts and emails and DMs from people, so many people are suffering right now. And it's really no wonder because COVID, we know it's not going away. Actually, it's picking up with vengeance. And our economy, it is not recovering. And it's actually faulting even a bit more. And never have I ever seen us so divided as a country with this social unrest. I mean, it is literally tearing communities apart. There are just layers and layers and layers of things that are literally making me, for one, for sure, and I see people all around us just feeling so much sadness, frustration, anxiousness. But a couple weeks ago, when I really felt this stirring up, I connected with Karina, who all of you know, met our first session. And I got really present to what I was feeling at that time was powerless. I was just feeling this sense of powerlessness that came over me. And all of you know that I am incredibly fortunate and I have worked on myself really for 30 years. My toolbox is filled to the top with techniques and mindfulness practices that really pretty much get me through just about anything that I need to get through. But it happens like that. Like fast and furious, you can go from being okay to literally just being at the dark side of something. And that is literally what happened to me. It was just too much. Like my nervous system just couldn't handle it. My toolbox that's filled, and I'm doing these tools, these meditations and rituals and everything that I normally do. And I still wasn't able to get out. So that was at the time when I called this person who I have on today, who I just adore, Chris Ty from Z Modern Monk. And I met Chris, thank you to Miss Lonnie Galate, hosted Chris about 4.5 years ago at Malibu Fitness for our community there. And I did his workshop 4 years ago, and it was profound for me. I thought, wow, this is amazing. And I loved it so much that I actually hosted another one for a lot of the young people, including my son and a bunch of football players from UCLA and a bunch of the young people that I mentor. Because one of the things that I really connected to was that, yes, Chris is great for my age. He's great for any age, but the young people really connect to his message. It's very powerful. It's very relatable and relevant for them. And that was some of the things that really inspired me. But in this time, I've worked with Chris. I've even done a 3-month last year. I did a 3-month intensive with Chris because I was actually at a standstill in my life on how I wanted to move forward in different areas. And after 3 months, I mean, I don't think I'd be here today, honestly, doing these conversations with my people if it wasn't the work that I did with Chris last year. I mean, he was the one that gave me clarity to really understand what my purpose was at that time in my life. So I called Chris up on Saturday, or I texted him and I said, I really need to work with you, Chris. I'm clear that I'm feeling this powerlessness, but everything I'm doing isn't getting me out of this funk that I'm in. I was in like a real funk. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even like being with myself. It was like my thoughts, my energy, my vibe. I was like, dang, if I didn't have to be with you, girl, I'd be running out the door because I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't like, I'm like, who am I? I felt like an alien. I'd like taken over my body, had taken over everything. I was so out of flow with Lavinia. So now I'm going to introduce to you to Chris, who is a spiritual teacher. He's an amazing philosopher. The way I remember the story is Chris's mom, he grew up in Paris. So yes, he has a very sexy French accent. So listen carefully because his accent is beautiful. So he grew up in Paris and his mom put him into martial arts like any good mother would be, because your son is got a lot of energy and wants to do a lot of, stuff. And if you don't get them in the right lane, before you know it, they could like be getting into trouble. So the mom was like, you're going to do martial arts, never realizing that what her son was going to fall in love with was the wisdom of the martial arts. It wasn't just the all that boy stuff. It was really the deep level of wisdom. And actually, even at a young age, Chris started teaching martial arts in Paris. And then I remember the story to be at about 17 or 18, he was like, I need to travel the world. I need to move. And he called some Tibetan monks and he got in touch with them and said, I would like to come there and I can teach you martial arts and you could teach me wisdom and meditation and everything you do. And of course they were like open to it and said, great, come. And that's kind of really how Chris's life has been ever since. The man is amazing. He travels. Everything in his life is in a knapsack. He isn't attached to anything. He's really like the values and the man that he is, the human being, is really, really, really special. And he's an amazing teacher and he has students all over the world. And again, one of the things that I love is when I do the Zoom calls and I see all the people, I just love that there are so many young people on. Yes, he definitely has older people, my age class, but there's so many young people. And I love that because his message, like I said, is so powerful and it really helps people connect to their self. So when you are feeling anxious or you are feeling that, it isn't like, oh, take a half a Xanax or do a little marijuana or do a little CBD. It's like, that's a Band-Aid. And Chris really helps you connect to how you can get to the core and really deep. Like I had to go in last week and dive deep and ask myself some really big questions that could really, get me to start getting to the other side, to get into feeling a balance. And Chris will talk to you about that because he says, balance isn't something I can teach you. It's something that comes from within you. So, it's hard for me to believe that Saturday, I really was in a funk. Like I said, I wanted to run away from myself. And Wednesday, I am feeling so grounded and so clear and so much more inner peace. So let's get this session started because it is a session. All right. So welcome, Chris Ty.
Wow. So thank you for your word and thank you for this invitation, Lavinia. It's such a pleasure for me. And I'm not going to talk about me. We're going to jump directly in the session. And First, I would like to put a standard here because it's very important when we co-create. We come to a balance that in the way we're going to approach. Again, the perspective here, we want to shift today, maybe 1 degree. And as I say, if you shift 1 degree today, further, we won't be in the same place. We don't need to have a big shift. It's like just sometimes 1 degree or 2 is going to be allow us to gain perspective. Today, it's what we're going to do, gaining perspective and clarity. Because when we gain clarity, we gain confidence. And what we want is to move in life with confidence. Very simple task we're going to aim today. And we're going to do that in maybe an hour or less. So the standard I would like to put, it's like to understand, we are all the baby of somebody. You, me, everybody. We are all the baby of somebody. We are all figuring out. Nobody has his shit together, and we are all scared of something. It's very important to start with this standard, to understand it's like, okay, me, you, whatever the age or the situation, we will always figuring out and scared of something and guessing. So what we want is to collapse time. So this is a standard I would like to put. And 2 more things. I apologize upfront for everything I'm going to say and everything I'm not going to say. And I'm going to ask you the permission to guide you today to co-create with you.
Yep, you have my permission.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So let's do a first exercise first. You know, it's like what I like when I start a session is to be what I call the 5. The 5 principles come from a man very famous in US. It's Pete Carroll. It's a NFL football coach. And in peak performance, they have these 5. And the 5 mean it's like 1 to 10. If 1, I'm very relaxed, almost sleepy, and 10, super excited, very alert. The 5 is between the 2, or I'm just alert enough, but not excited and not relaxed enough, but like the string of the guitar. When I find my 5, it's where I can operate the best. I can reflect, you know, on the situation. I can respond instead of react. So the 5, it's where we want to be, you and me. How I can get there? So we're going to do the first, what I would say, exercise. We're going to be with the present, because we always say, we hear, be present, be present. But what does it mean, be present? I'm present. When I think about my past, it's something I feel here and now. When I'm scared about the future, it's something I feel here and now. So present I am, but I am with the present. It's what we're going to do to create this space, this 5 to start our session. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, close your eyes. So don't do nothing.
Do this with us, everyone. Close your eyes, follow Chris. Don't watch him, just do what he's saying. Okay.
Perfect. So everybody close your eyes and just notice yourself where you are seated, maybe the clothes on yourself, on your skin, the temp of the room, maybe the taste inside your mouth, the smell. Just notice yourself. And now you're going to start to take a deep breath. You feel the air coming inside your nostril, outside your nostril. Just that. Don't force. Just notice your breath. I want you to engage with your breath like a person who was with you all your life. If for the first time you're going to give attention to your breath. Imagine your breath was a person who was with you all your life. If for the first time you're going to give attention to your breath. Do your breath have a color or shape? What is the sound of your breath? Do your breath have a smell or a taste? So just feel this breath. How you go? Start in your diaphragm, belly, go to your chest, lung, or start to the lung and go to the diaphragm. How feel your breath inside? Connect with your breath. Feel it. Yes, that's right. I want to see detail in your breath. And now it's like, as a friend or someone you want to engage, just notice, put attention to your breath. Maybe like, you know, when you are interested in someone or you have a crush on someone, the person, how the way this person can smile, or this person can put her hair behind her ears, something like that, fine detail, or you can connect with your breath. You feel good. Great. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to put our two hands over our heart. Put your two hands over your heart. You start to feel your heartbeat. Keep your eyes closed. Maybe you will need to slow down your breath to feel your heartbeat. When is the last time you say, thank you, heart? Thank you, heart, for beating for me. I'm sad, depressed, anxious, happy, joyful, excited, awake, sleeping. You are always here for me. When is the last time you say, thank you, heart? Thank you for never give up on me. Feel that. You want someone who never give up on you, who is always by your side? Your heart. As your breath. Your breath is an amazing companion, a partner. Through your breath, you can change your state in demand. So connect with your breath like a partner, someone who's with you. Feel that, yes. Feel your heartbeat, feel your heart. Send a message of appreciation to your heart. Thank you. Appreciate your breath, the sound of your breath, the feeling inside you. Beautiful. Open your eyes. This will stop one day. This will stop. And this is very important because we are born with our first breath. Our first breath, when a baby screams, is not a scream, is the lungs filling with oxygen. And we will leave this realm with an exhale. And nothing prepares us in life to how we're going to face this last breath. Because in one moment in our life, none of this will matter. None of this. One moment of our life, we will face this moment with our last breath. So we are born with this first breath. We will live with this exhale. And the purpose of life, the meaning of life is how we're going to fulfill this gap. I'm going to fulfill this gap. Because we are born here, as I share with you, as a risk taker, to be committed to the unknown. Meaning, I was born, you were born, everybody. And at the moment we took our first breath, someone chose our name, our nationality, our religion. It's so many things we didn't choose. So how I can take back this power is to choose how I'm going to move forward.
You know, you said that on Saturday for the first time about us being born risk takers, and how it's like we take a risk on that first breath, and how being risk takers really is our nature. It's our nature to be it, but our nurture, you know, the way we're nurtured actually gets us paralyzed to be a risk taker. So, okay, so let's get to the first question, so to speak, that, you know, I said there were some hard questions that I had to get clear about. Clarity. What you're saying, when you get clear, you move forward with confidence. So, like, let's talk about when you get a new client and this client is struggling and they're feeling out of balance, not connected, uncertain, and really with all the things that are going on, it's everywhere in every generation. So what are the first questions? What are the first steps that you take?
So the three first questions, they are important in this order. First is, what are you tolerating? Meaning, what is holding you back now to feel joyful, to live this moment here, to be with the moment, to be with your present, to feel good with yourself, with your own company. What are you tolerating? After that, the second question, what do I want? And meaning, what do I want mean I don't have it, still have it. I don't have it. And at the end, what is most important is the what else. The what else is going to be the frequency we're going to tune, because we have the thing in reverse. We think when I'm going to get there, I will be happy. And the reverse engineering is to feel happy to get the things, because at the moment we will have this thing, this desire, it will be like amplified with this feeling we have already. So what are you tolerating? And I'm asking to everybody. So what I do often, it's like I put a paper, I ask. It's like put a column and write with one color, maybe black. And write what are you tolerating? And in the second column, I take a different color, a red, a green, a blue, and I ask to myself, this is kind, this is true, this is useful. And the three questions come from Stoicism, the Greek, and Buddhism. It's a very, it's like civilization, it's 10,000 years. They was asking the same question we ask to ourselves here and now. And this contemporary time is not something new. This is true, this is kind, this is useful. So the first question is what I am tolerating. So what are you tolerating, Lavinia?
Well, I mean, today I feel like I've gotten, like I said, I've really gotten far and I've digested a lot, but I think on Saturday, and maybe you could even, I mean, feel free to share my session. I want to be really transparent, because my goal is, or my intention is, for people to get some insights for themselves. So I remember on Saturday, like I said, I was feeling really powerless. So I think what I was tolerating was, I was tolerating that I was feeling stuck in things that were out of my control. Like there were all these things in my life. I mean, many people know first of all, I've been out of my house for the last 2 weeks. We're up here. My husband's having all of his treatments, his cancer treatments up here at Stanford. And so I'm out of my house. We have COVID, so I can't even go to the hospital with him. I'm not eating the way I'm so out of my routine. I'm not eating the way I normally eat. I'm not having, my life isn't in my routine, and I was scared, also, we were talking to the doctors from there, and they're banging it in our heads that if Eric gets this COVID, he's got a very, his probable outcome is not going to be good. So that had me like scared and nervous. I have a 26-year-old son, and I enjoy seeing him in the summer, and what's that going to look like? And he's, so there were all these things that were just, and plus all the other stuff. The economy's not doing well. I mean, I own real estate in New York. Our tenants aren't paying their rent, but yet we have to pay our mortgages. I mean, it's just been so much, one thing after another, just so much that it was just like, that's how I was feeling. I was so overwhelmed by, and then of course, just having so much empathy for all the other people that I'm hearing their stories of, who's being let go, tons of stuff. How can I support? How can I help? But it's really hard to help when you're drowning yourself. So that was where I had to get out of that story. Like, and I'm so committed, Chris, that I don't want to live in my story. Like, I'm really committed that there's nothing good there. What I realized from you the other day was, we reframed some stuff. We really reframed it. So a lot of my worries and fears, we reframed last week to, instead of feeling I'm worried or I'm fearful or I'm scared, we shifted that into I care.
Yes. And this is very important. Yes.
No, that was big for me. Like, It shifted the energy. Instead of feeling like I'm worried about Eric, I care about Eric. I care about my son. I care about my well-being. I mean, really, I reached out to you because in essence, I care about my well-being. You know, I don't want to stay in that place. And I also know enough to know that in order to change it, you got to do something. You can't keep doing the same thing and get different results. So I knew, like, okay, I'm doing my toolbox, but I'm not getting out of this funk. So I need to try something different, and we went there. So
yes, so we did what we do. It's like when in this moment of called uncertainty, it's like what is really like happening for us. For me, it's about how to reframe things. We share that at the beginning. What the words have a very powerful sense. But as I share with you, before the words was the breath, because you cannot speak without taking an inhale. So first of all, before to I always listen to the story of the people. Yes, are you committed to your story? Are you committed to your transformation? Yeah, ask permission. May I speak my truth faster? And so instead to be worried, or it's something passive, or you feel as again like life is putting you in one place and you think this life or this world it's against you, it's how I can engage and make a, because we think the unknown scares us. Uncertainty, it's to say, oh, I'm scared about the unknown. I will say we have two fear only we're born with. The fear of falling, a loud sound. All the fear we're going to have, it's going to be learned from our parents, society, from our experience too, because it's how we are built. So thinking it's like, instead of fear and to react, it's how I can respond to the call of my life by choice. If I practice, for me, it's important for three things, three superpower. In life, I want three superpower, not flying, not reading mind, see the future. I just want to be with my present and this moment where I am. I get a roof, food, I'm healthy. The people I love, they are healthy, doing good. So this is to be with my present. Second, it's adaptability, how I can shift through my breath. Because if I'm depressed, I take a pills, it will take a certain amount of time for this pill is going to have an effect. And I have no choice to rely on this pill. But through my breath, I can shift my state like that. And if I'm stressed, I can connect with my breath and slow down this state of maybe of fear. If maybe I'm too low, I can activate my breath and be like an alert and enthusiastic. So my breath is really the tool I choose to adapt the fastest I can. And third things, what is very important is the power of choice. And this, when we feel powerless, but in a sense, we cannot choose what's happening, it's like it's draining and we are worried and everything. So we shift together, it was, instead to be worried about what can happen to Eric, because it's out of your control. What is going to happen with your son, Zach? What is going to be, I think, but really it's like you care. You care about Eric. You care about your son. You care about yourself. Because everything was a kind of a mountain, like the mirror not coming, the hotel and everything was piling up because it was feeling like powerless. It was not a big deal, but all these things laying, all this layer was like, I'm droning. And to the breath. So it was the high care. And to shift fear and worried about caring. This was the first step, because now we can have action. And instead to respond, to react, like for fear, it was responsibility. Responsibility, my ability to respond. And this is a question of choice. This is a question of to breathe in, breathe out, to take the time, to pause the world, because we're scared, not because we don't know, because we know too much.
Yes.
We know too much. Everything is fed by our imagination. Creativity comes from first from here. If you want to create something, you need to work on your imagination. And so we have all this culture, all this movie already for a decade about pandemic, zombie, fear, apocalypse. And you want to know that your subconscious was, we locked down the country and everything, we don't know and everything and all the information. And one day you can hear something in the night is the contrary, after it's not okay, no mask, yes, put mask, no social distancing, no, it's okay, no, we locked down. So how is not going to create haze and confusion?
Mm.
So where I can move, which direction? So it's very important to go back with the present. What is really real here and now with me? Oh, I am. I'm good. I'm healthy. So this is what the first step. Reconnect with the breath.
Right. Well, I think maybe we should even do some, could we do some breath work to really show people how, when they are feeling that moment of uncertainty, of frustration, of...
Okay. Yes, we're going to do that, but we're going to answer to the two questions like that. We will go and feel this breath work. The two other question is like, what do I want? So we know what we was tolerating: frustration, worried, and we shift to care. What do you want? It was, I want to feel balanced, Chris. I want to feel like peace in everything. So when we want something, it means we don't have it. So what is the feeling you will feel now? The what else? What is the sensation you want to feel? You will say, Chris, I want to feel peaceful. I want to be able to relax and to resource myself. So this is what I would like people focus. What do you want? And to have this, what is the feeling? Because it's about emotion. Emotion is something in motion.
In motion.
Yes, and movement.
You're moving, right?
Yes. So let's go toward that, because a thought by itself, it's powerless. The thought's going to generate an emotion, and it's how we're going to experience life, through emotion. When we are in love with someone, it's like, it's this feeling, you know, but this same person, after 5 years, maybe we're mad and peace, and now we're going to experience a day completely different. So we experience life with feelings. And I always say, I'm going to give you the secrets in the beginning. The quality of my breath is the quality of my thought and action. And the quality of my thought and action is the quality of my feelings. And the quality of my feelings and emotion is how I'm going to experience my life. So we're going to do a reverse engineering. What is the emotion we want to feel now? And now we're going to work with our thought. And before that, we're going to work to our breath, with our breath. Make sense?
Perfect.
Okay. So what is a feeling you want to feel today?
Today, I want to feel in peace. I want to feel peaceful and grounded. Peaceful and grounded.
Peaceful and grounded. Okay. So one thing I like to do, it's what I call my happy place. And the happy place is a very, very easy tool, because when we go over there, and everybody have a different happy place. It can be a place where you grew up with people who are not in your life anymore, or it can be some place where you like to travel and everything. And this happy place, why is very important, is good for us, the importance of the happy place. Our subconscious mind is 95% of what really is happening inside us. The 5% of a consciousness, it's where we operate. So many things happen inside, in this world, in this one, but we can focus or be aware about only 5%. So, but when you jump in your happy place, now is going to reveal inside a happy feeling. And what we're going to do, basically, we're going to rewrite our story, or going to upgrade our human software. And the goal of the practice is to heal this one, to heal the memory of the cells, my current situation, my own story in this life, the history of my parents, to heal that for as a legacy, not reproduce that to our kids. So healing my parents, healing their future generation, healing myself inside doesn't mean I'm going to heal them outside, but the process is going to be done inside, what we call epigenetic.
Mm.
So what we're going to do, it's like to work on this feeling. In my question before, it's like, what did you learn today about this co-creation?
Well, I learned that, well, first of all, I learned about shifting the worry and fears. I also learned about that respond and responsibility. I mean, they're actually the same root word. And I don't know, for some reason, I never really put that together. And even though I always say, like, I'm not going to react, I'm going to take 48 hours so I can calm down and then I can respond to situations. But I, I would do that. And I was very present to doing that outside of myself. But what I wasn't present to, of doing it with myself. Like there's a, like I was very aware of doing it when it was with other people, because I didn't want to be nasty or say something, unkind. But for some reason, I didn't have that distinction of that being, to not respond is actually being responsible to myself, to myself, and the power of being responsible and taking that breath, that breath of responsibility, really, to be able to connect. Like there's all these things with connection of, myself, like, okay, what's going on here? I don't want to respond, because before I was being very reactionary in my thoughts. My thoughts were being very reactionary into worry and fear instead of being responsible and connecting to self. So that was really profound for me.
So what is interesting here, and now when we're going to jump in the process of breath work, is to understand everything in life need a process: activation, process, integration. We can collapse time when now we can reflect, if we choose, on the experience of so many people before us. And this is what is very important, because we don't learn from experience. We learn reflecting on our experience. And this concept is very important. Something is happening now because pandemic existed long time ago, again and again, but it's for the last pandemic, it was like almost a century ago. So for the first time, our generation, whatever the age, is the first time we experience that together. So we didn't learn from the past, and we think that, but we learn because we're doing much better. We want to know. So I want to use that, like what we're going to do. It's like what we're going to do is gain clarity. And this is going to then give us confidence to step forward. So to feel peace and balance today, it's what we're going to do. But everybody can choose the what else, because this is what Lavinia wants. But in the people watching, what are the things, what is the feeling you want to feel when you're going to open your eyes after a breath work session in visualization? Because it's very individual. What we operate, it's always through external approval. External approval is not like a frequency, very, very useful to step forward. And the power of choice is so important. How I want to feel for myself. What is my truth? How I want to speak my truth to define me as a Lavinia, Chris, or whatever the person is going to breathe and define themselves.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And I love that about guilt, because I think so much for women, especially, that we do so much from that place. And as you said, nothing good comes when the core of something is being generated from guilt. Or, you know, I hear women say, oh, I have to do this. I have to go home and make dinner. I have to pick up this. I have to do homeschooling with the kids. Like there's that energy that is very guilt driven. And like you say, nothing good. Like you don't get magic when it's being generated, activated from that place of guilt. And I do think that I sometimes can sprinkle a little bit of that in my recipe. So I'm really consciously moving out of that because I just know that nothing, it's not easy. Like people, it's not easy, but it takes a lot of work and it takes discipline. And that's the other thing you always talk about, Chris, is that, you know, consistency and repetition creates success.
Yes.
Or excellence. You know, it's like repetition. So it's like it again, it's just continuously to do that. And like, and the other thing that I love that you say, and I don't think you've said it today, or if you have, I haven't heard it, but like to put your attention of where your intention is. And that was another thing that kind of like went over me because I live my life doing all these rituals. And ritual is really nothing more than drinking something, but having an intention of when I'm drinking it. That's what makes it a ritual. Not the drinking of it is the intention of it. But when I'm doing it, I have that intention. But what I got was that is to keep the attention throughout the course of the day. And just by making a couple of those little shifts over the last few days, it's allowed me to just shift, to feel lighter, to feel brighter, to be back. Like I feel like, oh, she's back. I like her. I'm like, I'm so happy you're back, Lavinia. Like I really, yeah. So.
Yes. And you're a great learner. This is what people don't know. It's like you're a fantastic learner. You put your energy, and I say you are committed to your transformation, and this is what makes the co-creation very fast. And the thing is like too, it's like you're in tune with your body because the body never lie. You was like some things happening inside your body, you feel how you notice that it was all the clue you give me was easy for to create a shift and adjustment. So let's think about what is your happy place. Can you share where is your happy place?
Yes, I always have the same happy place. And when I do this, my happy place is in Playa del Carmen, and it's on this very special beach that I went to probably close to 20 years ago, and I would horseback ride because that was the only way you could get there. And then when I would get there, it was just this big, beautiful palm tree. And I would actually put my bathing suit on right behind a little bush, and then I would go swimming. And we were the only people on the beach with this turquoise blue ocean and this white powdery sand, and running around in my little yellow bikini that I still visualize me wearing, which I haven't had on in a couple of years, but that's going to change. But that's like my happy place for sure.
Okay, so everybody's going to do the same. Just take a few minutes or just a few breaths to connect with yourself. And close your eyes and start to visualize your happy place. How look like your happy place? It's somewhere you grew up, or maybe somewhere you like to be. Are you by yourself or some people? Just start to visualize a little bit. How smell this place, how taste this place, how feel this place. Just that. And what we're going to do at the end of the breath session is going to be like maybe 8 minutes. Now, like we're going to breathe for 8 minutes, 8 minutes. We will jump in this place. And what we're going to do is to create a doppelganger, a twin, a clone, with already the feeling and this Lavinia peaceful and this Lavinia feeling like energized and everything, the bound it's set, you know, you go back home, you feel good and everything. So what we're going to do basically is to create a doppelganger, a clone, a twin, who have already all the quality I'm searching for. And what we're going to do is imagine like a quantum physics, quantum mechanics. This person I'm searching for, first of all, it's me, and this person exists already. And we're going to bring this person inside us. And when for you today, this morning, it was in your bowel here to bring these people inside your belly. But what we're going to do, everybody, at the end, when I will count down, we will bring this person inside our heart, squeeze and tight and release. Okay. So the breath session, the 6 minutes, what is going to be? We're going to inhale and exhale through the mouth, but not breathing here only. We're going to draw a breath. We're going to create mobility because the spine moves in 6 directions: forward, backward 2, 3 side, 4 side, 5 twist, 6 twist. And I'm into mobility. One of the things to create the maximum cells, it's inside our spine and inside our bones. So what we're going to do, it's like we're going to breathe. At the end of 6 minutes, you're going to take one big inhale, hold, squeeze and tight. You're going to squeeze your whole body, toes to the top of your head. So maybe you're going to feel a little bit dizzy, a little bit ooze. So if it's too much, release, okay? So feel comfortable, be seated in a comfortable place, nothing like dangerous corner angle. You can be on your bed, you can be close to your bed. And so you know how to do it. So it's going to be fantastic to guiding you. And so you're going to start inhaling through the mouth, exhaling through the mouth.
Sure, everybody does it because I don't look very pretty doing this. So please don't watch. Make sure you do it, okay?
Yes, for sure. Okay, what I'm going to do, it's like I'm going to put some music, a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth. I'm putting the timer, and we go for 6 minutes. Inhale through the mouth, exhale. And you're going to move your spine side to side. Imagine you are drawing your breath. Beautiful. Draw your breath with your finger. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Pull in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. And visualize the wave of the ocean. I'm not a drop in the ocean. I'm the entire ocean in a drop. Pull in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. No more pretending, no more hiding. Yes, exactly. Pull in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Feel the motion, the movement inside your spine. Take everything. And inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth. As the poet Rumi says, I'm not a drop in the ocean, I'm the entire ocean in a drop. So fully in, let go, breathe in, breathe out. Take it all, let go. Beautiful, fantastic. Wow, wow. Beautiful, keep going, breathe in, breathe out. What we're going to do, we're going to increase a little bit of breath, a little bit deeper. Let's make the layers vanish. Yes. Make your breathing you. Let's go in this state. Oh, my breath is breathing me. Or I get in the motion of my breath. Full in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel it. Just feel it. Whatever is the sensation, maybe I feel tingling in my body. Just breathe in, breathe out. Already halfway, Keep going. Take it all. You want to feel abundance? Take all the oxygen in this room, just all for you. And let go. Inhale, exhale. Pull in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Take it all, take it all, take it all. All for you. Yes. And move your spine. Draw your breath with your breathing. Nothing can hold you back. Yes. Fill every cell with oxygen, every muscle, every bone. Pull in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going, keep going. Beautiful. Keep going. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Imagine this is the first 2 minutes of the rest of your life. So imagine you're going to race with your breath. Go for it. Make a leap of faith. You are a risk taker. Claim your breath. Claim the space within. Yes. Own it with your breath. Full in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going. Feel this aliveness. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes of the rest of my life. Who am I? How I want to show myself to the world. Keep going. Breathe in such way. You are releasing everything. Shading. Letting go the layers. Engage with your breath. Feel the sensation. Get high with your own supply. Get high with your breath. Let it go. If you feel emotional, it's time. No more pretending. No more hiding. Full in, let go. Breathe in, breathe out. It's all about you. All about your breath. Keep going. Beautiful. Feel this aliveness in your spine, in your line, in your diaphragm. Keep going, keep going. 1 minute, last minute. The last minute. Keep going. 3, go, 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 go. Feel the sensation. 50 seconds, keep going. Keep going. 40 seconds. Race with your breath. Race toward you. Race toward your core. Yes, keep going. You are not a drop in ocean. You are the entire ocean in the drop. 30 seconds. Go. Leap. 20 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold, squeeze and tight your whole body. Squeeze your feet, your legs, your core, everything. Let all this energy going up into your brain. Let explode every cell, every sensation. Stay there, stay there. Hold your breath, stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Beautiful. You just connect with this space. You just create. Roll your shoulder back and down. Find a comfortable posture, a comfortable position. If you need to lay down, lay down. Just connect with this space. This space you just created. You created this space. You choose to breathe in such way. Feel that. That's right. Whatever is an emotion, whatever is a feeling, feel it. Be with it. Feel the chair or the couch or the bed underneath you. Feel the energy floating inside your body. Connect with your breath like a friend who was with you all your life, you are giving attention to. Feel your heart showing up for you every day. Yes, that's right. We're going to relax our body, starting to the toes, finishing for the top of our head. Release the tension in your toes and take the space. Release the tension in your feet and take the space. Release the tension in your ankles, calves, knees, quads, hamstring, gluteus, pelvis, and take the space. Inhale, exhale. My legs are completely relaxed. Release the tension in your abs and take the space. Release the tension in your organs, lower back, diaphragm, and take the space. Release the tension in your chest, upper back, and take the space. Inhale, exhale. My body is relaxed. Release the tension in your shoulders and take the space. Release the tension in your biceps, triceps, elbows, forearms, and take the space. Release the tension in your wrists, palms, fingers, and take the space. Inhale, exhale. My arms are completely relaxed. Release the tension in your throat and take the space. Release the tension in your jaw, mouth, tongue, nose, eyes, face, and take the space. Release the tension in your neck, back of your head, ears, and top of your head. Inhale, exhale. My whole body is completely relaxed from head to toes to head. Let your body sink into your chair, couch, or bed. Let the energy floating inside your body. Just let your eyes dropping deep inside, deeper and deeper. Let your tongue floating inside your mouth and make your breath light like a feather. I want you to imagine your happy place. Keep your eyes closed and visualize your happy place. Maybe it can be on the beach, a mountain, or maybe a place where you grew up. Or maybe it's where you are, just right here, right now. How look like your happy place? Look around, see shape, color, details. Look above, below, around you. How look like this happy place? How do you look like in your happy place? How do you breathe in your happy place? How do you stand? What are you wearing in your happy place? Feel the sensation in your skin. Maybe if you're outside, the wind, a breeze, or sun, or maybe inside, how you feel on your skin. What are you doing in this happy place? How sound this happy place? Are you by yourself or with someone? Are you listening music or the sound of nature or the voice of someone? How sound this happy place? How smell and taste this happy place? How you taste? Feel the sensation inside. How do you feel in your happy place? Breathe this feeling. Look around, walk around, see around, feel around. That's right. Feel the yumminess of this happy place. And now I want you to imagine a doppelganger, a twin, a clone of you, feeling what you are searching for. If it's peace, joy, or you want to achieve something, imagine this you in just few months having what you are searching for. Imagine yourself with maybe more peace, joy, clarity, confidence, whatever it feels for you. How you look like having the qualities you want to feel. How do you stand? How does you look around? How does you look like? What are you wearing? How do you breathe? How do you move? Seeing yourself, having the quality you want to create now. That's right. I feel this person, this you feel a bit taller, like bigger, with a kind of luminous and bright, vibrant. You can see how this energy frequency shine from within, watching you, having this quality. Look around your happy place. Look yourself. Feel it. I'm going to count 3 to 1. And 1, you're going to take one big inhale. You're going to hold and squeeze this doppelganger twin or clone inside your heart. And we're all going to hold our breath for just a couple of seconds. I will tell you when to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Pull this you into your heart. In, hold and squeeze. Don't breathe, hold, squeeze, and tight this you into your heart. Squeeze, 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 tight, tight. Don't breathe, stay there. Squeeze every muscle, making melt this person into you. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Don't breathe. 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. Let's infuse this you into every cells. Look around your happy place. These qualities in you. Nothing to do, just enjoy. Let your vision drop deep inside. Make your breath light like a feather. Feel this space within. Home is always inside. The possibility you came in this world is 1 to 400 trillion. No 400 billion, no 400 million. 1 to 400 trillion. Your own existence, it's a miracle come true. Nobody is going to be like you in the whole universe. Nobody will have your smile, your voice, your touch. In the infinity, you are so unique. Own this space. You are born with your first breath, and you will leave this room with your last breath. Find your meaning. Take the time. Process, digest. Choose to invest time to yourself, like you will like to sit with someone you care, you have a coffee with. So the practice is that. Maybe at the beginning, the question, everything will be like very shallow and superficial. But step by step, having a time with yourself, you will go deeper, asking you essential question. What I'm tolerating? What do I want? And what else? Not as a pleaser, but as me, being self-full, searching for my own voice, own answer. Beautiful. I'm going to count 5 to 1. And 1, you will open your eyes and you will feel refreshed and good. 5, move your toes. 4, move your fingers. 3, move your tongue in your mouth. 2, connect with your breath. 1, open your eyes. You are here and now.
Wow. That was so good.
I know you like your happy place.
I love that meditation. I just love it. I love it. I can't even continue. I'm so relaxed. Oh my God. I feel so good. Chris, this was really, I mean, guys, you just got a little taste for what this man does. And it's really, really, really special. You know, I've been on this journey of self-realization for over 30 years. And there's a lot of amazing, great work out there. And Chris is really special in what he does. I love that he incorporates, you know, I can't just sit and meditate. I would have anxiety just trying to sit and meditate and just focus on the breath like that. Like I just can't. I actually find myself more anxious at the end. But the way in which you do it with the breath work and the visualization and the movement and I love, like we didn't even really get a chance. We're gonna have you on again for something that Chris has created, and I'm actually co-creating with him on parts of it, the marketing and things like that. And it's something that we're calling flow free 30 days. And it's really about 33 because we have 33 vertebrae in our back. And what a lot of people don't understand is that every single organ in our body is connected into our vertebrae. And it's really where all health lives. Like health lives in our vertebrae. And of course, for those people that have been to chiropractors, they know that's you go to the chiropractor to get adjusted so that you can get blood and energy and get the stagnation out. And though I've in the past used chiropractic all the time, the truth is, since I started working with you and I'm doing these exercises, I'm making all the adjustments on my own. So you don't really need your body with the sound and with the movement, and your spine stays so healthy. And there's just so much value in that. I really understand it so much more. And the other thing that I love about this flow free is that it's really fun to do. Like it's yummy, like you feel so good. And with dragon and all those exercises, it just feels so good on the body. You're doing the breath, you're using your mind, you're using your body. So because it's all so connected. When I listen to people and they connect to wellness, and it's always about everything they're doing outside. I'm on this diet, I'm drinking this kind of water, this is the food, this is my exercise routine, and it's like, not that stuff, this is the kind of bed I'm sleeping on, this is the kind of light I'm using or not using, or there's just so many things. And then when they don't really understand some of this other stuff, which is really goes on between here. Because this is really what causes, between our ears, is what causes all of these imbalances. And like you said, and not having the emotions in check. And that's really why I love your work, because it really connects the breath to the emotions, to the thoughts, to the movement, very mindful movement. So I know you're going to be giving an offer. I think it's your ebook.
Yes, yes. So I'm going. Everybody who reach for me or Facebook or Instagram is Modern Monk, and I will send you my ebook. And this weekend I'm leading a dynamic meditation. Is going to include different type of breath work and movement to shed and. Really, as always, to go to my essence. Who am I? How I choose to show myself in the world. Because most of the time, this one is not working for me, but it's working against me. If I'm suffering and miserable, it's not just for what's happening, it's how I interpret the world. And we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And for me, it's very important how I can check this one, because everything we do in life, company or everything, we want it to be efficient. And if you build a company, it's like you're going to pick the best person for this task or this job or everything. But we don't do that with this one, And you want to know, it's like you are the person you invest the most time. I don't spend time, I invest time, because time is something never will come back. So why I don't choose to invest the maximum time with myself, not in a selfish way, like, oh, I'm self-centered, no, to be self-full, because like that I can engage with so much more openness and listenness and all the thing, because I feel good with myself. So flow free, it's something we co-create together. I'm so happy because it's fun. It's the feel good practice. It's to feel good instead of everything, because this will decay. So to look good is important. But if everything is an external approval, searching for this thing external, no, you have to from within, like a lighthouse, a beacon. Shine from within, things will come.
All right, on that note, so you can go on to laviniaerrico.com. There'll be all this information for Chris. I believe there's a special offer for Saturday, which is normally $75 and it's going to be $35. But if anyone's out there and can't afford that $35, just write us a little note and we'll see if we can't help you. Because I just think we don't want to turn anyone away. You know, especially at a time like this, it's really about helping people, giving a hand, and really helping people be able to feel better, to connect and really be able to connect with the joy that's inside of them. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm so appreciative of you taking time to join us on Conversations with Our People. And as always, I want to thank my team who is just always there and works so hard. I appreciate you guys, especially the last few weeks I've been away. You've just on point, amazing. And of course, all of our sponsors who just have stayed with us and are so generous. And all of you out there for tuning in either live or through the course of the week. Thank you. And we love all your feedback. All right. Thank you. Have a great week.
Thank you so much. Bye.